A surface that reflects light will get twice the amount of momentum transferred to it, so it would be best to paint your spacecraft silver. Now, these pictures that are shown on this slide are all actual spacecraft that have flown. So solar sails are a real technology that's used to send spacecraft around the solar system. And they work by having light reflecting off of the surface of the solar sail and pushing that solar sail around, changing its orbit. So the first solar sail that was ever launched was Cosmos 1, and this is kind of a cool mission because it was funded entirely by individuals. There was no nation behind this mission. It was funded by the Planetary Society, which is a nonprofit organization whose members think that space travel is cool and fund their own missions. So this solar sail was the first one to ever be launched. It was launched by a Russian satellite on June 21st, 2005. Unfortunately, Cosmos 1 never made it into space because the rocket failed and did not achieve orbit. Rockets are hard. There have since, though, been some successful solar sail missions. So the NanoSail D2, which is a NASA mission, launched and was successful. They had a small solar sail attached to a cube satellite, a very small craft, basically just a few inches long by a few inches high. And this was launched just to basically test out solar sail technology, and it maneuvered around the Earth in Earth orbit and was able to change its orbit successfully by using its solar sails. Then, since NASA was kind of done with that project, but they had a few spares, they gave them to the Planetary Society, and the Planetary Society has since done a couple of launches using that same technology. Icaros was launched by JAXA, the Japanese version of NASA, so the Japanese Space Administration, and they successfully launched a solar sail spacecraft that went to Venus. It did a flyby of Venus and took images of the Venetian surface using radar and looked at the clouds of Venus. So that was a very successful spacecraft. It's still out there and is still being maneuvered around the solar system. Next, it's going to take pictures of some asteroids. So this is a real technology that is actually used and is pretty cool because it relies on changing the orbit of these satellites. It relies upon navigating by the use of the momentum carried by light coming from the sun. So these spacecraft don't have to bring any fuel with them because they are powered by sunlight.